Hello, wonderful people. Have you ever woken up, looked at the world, and felt a crushing weight in your chest because it all just feels meaningless? Like we are all just a bunch of apes on a spinning rock, fighting tooth and nail over limited resources? I know that dark place. I know how it makes you want to just give up, neglect your health, and surrender to the exhaustion because a voice in your head is screaming, "What's the point?" But that heavy, isolating feeling isn't the truth. It is just the ego's ultimate trap to keep you in fear. You are not a helpless body fighting for scraps. You are a limitless mind entirely deserving of peace. And hi, if you're new here, I'm Cahir. I'm here to take you one step closer to self-love. Ever since I was like 14, I was into spirituality. Had like bits and what do you call it? Like highs and lows. I was raised Catholic, but that wasn't. It just wasn't working for me because I was raised unconsciously Catholic. Like we did all the things, but then my parents just didn't even go to church. And then when I was 14, that's when I discovered Abraham Hicks. But I had, like a dysfunctional family, a very doomer father, like depressed. And in my early 20s, I had like this mentality: you just gotta fight to survive, because I was struggling, man. I was struggling. It was really hard. Everyone around you is kind of subscribing to the same belief that we're just apes fighting for resources. Humans are evil and cruel. And when I had my dark night, I was like 25 and 26. It felt like it had a grasp on me. Like I just gave up on a lot of things. I gave up on learning Polish, gave up on my health. And it was not a fun time. But today, we're going to use principles of A Course in Miracles to escape this dark room, escape this dark mindset today. The ego's trap of competition. How many of us, especially young guys, we're told our worth is defined by how much we can conquer, earn, defend. The Course in Miracles calls this like mindset, the ego. Right? The false belief that we're separate, alone, and we must fight each other for scraps. And I understand, you might think this is true, but just like in the world view we have, right? Imagine if we all came together to solve our problems together. Unity consciousness, not this fighting for scraps mentality. Where would humanity be? Course Lesson 13. A meaningless world endangers fear. So, if we believe in nihilism in this meaningless world, of course we're going to be fearful. And when we're afraid, we do some stupid shit, don't we? If you do a world as chaotic, brutal, full of competition, you might be doing terrible things. And of course, you're going to feel terrified and depressed, right? And like, this is the thing also, the body thing, when I felt like, oh, no matter how hard I try, I'm never going to lose weight. I just gave up. And it's all to come into my body and be like, oh my God, I'm such a why? So be like, I'm separate. That someone can attack me. Or survival of the fittest when it comes to the dating market. There's the alphas and then there's the betas. You don't want to be a beta, do you? Buy my course. How many stupid things we do when we're in fear, or under stress, or under duress. And what do? What the course teaches us in the first lesson: nothing I see in this room means anything. Right? So, like what Bashar teaches us, that nothing has baked in meaning, but just because there are infinite ways of looking at things, right? So, example of like, for me, a pool, that it could be like a fun thing for somebody in summer, but if someone like drowned, it changes that definition for them, right? So it's how we look at things, right, that has the effect. So the ego says nothing matters, so despair. The Holy Spirit says, the world you see is meaningless because you are projecting your own fears onto it. So let it go, right? If we have this, for example, trauma story, so with the pool, almost drowned, look at it, but you don't see the pool what it is, which is just like some places filled with water. But remember this, right? God did not create a meaningless world. Right? Lesson 14. Right? This world that we think of violent apes fighting for scraps is not the absolute truth. The truth is source, right? Love, all that is our true origin. Right? And the reason why we're feeling so bad, like we're believing in this meaninglessness, because it's our emotional guidance system saying, hey, this is just a lie, right? But and I would implore you, like I said, to constantly question this narrative, right? Is it really meaningless? Because when we have this meaningless attitude, right, we have apathy. Apathy is death. Apathy is death, as Kreia from Knights of the Republic 2 has told us, right? I felt that at such a visceral level, and I was miserable. Miserable. I don't want that for anybody. Right? And waking up to our true perception involves changing how we look at ourselves, other people, and the world around us. So I think it's important to acknowledge, right? First, you notice the negative belief, right? I'm seeing this meaningless world of us being like hairless apes just fighting. And we release it, we hand it over. Right? God did not create a meaningless world of competition. Therefore, this anxiety I'm feeling is not based in reality. And then choose again. Shift your vision. Let me see my brothers and sisters as reflections of myself, not as my rivals. Right? Because we all want the same thing, guys. Like I've been saying, we all want safety, security. We all feel joy. We want to follow our passions. And I think in the deepest sense, we want our brothers and sisters to thrive just as much as we did. If we came from abundance, that's like the logical thing. But we come from scarcity. I need to beat you in order to get what I want. Then that's where also the nihilism comes in as well. Right? You don't need to give up. All you have to give up is this story, right? This life is a cold, biological battlefield. It takes the smallest willingness just to see something else, right? Remember what the Course teaches us. You are as God created you. You have the power to bring the miracle to your perception now. Choosing kindness over defensiveness, right? 1% better, right? 1% towards self-love. Our purpose here is love, right? To extend love. If you're feeling this meaningless world, it really means you're lacking in self-love first. And that's okay. Take very good care of yourself first. In a loving way, in a wholesome way. Not where you have to beat someone or coerce someone, but use your discernment, take care of yourself, love yourself, and then see how easy it is to extend that love to others. All right, let's not fight, guys. Let's remember that we are one. Right? This life has meaning. All you have to do is choose again. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Please subscribe if you like this healing content. May the Holy Spirit light up your path wherever it takes you. Take care.